Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with a video that announces the entering of Amrize into the Yuh-portfolio. So this morning I read that the reference value for Amrize would be 46.08 Swiss francs, and I was quite surprised by that because I thought that was really a lot. And my immediate thought was, damn, I wish I had my 200 Swiss francs immediately available today, because Holcim will be undervalued for sure. So I hoped that I could buy it, but yeah, it's not the case. I'm just a small investor. 200 Swiss francs to my disposal every time when I get my wage, and that's the 25th, so still 2 days to go. And yeah, when I made the video on Friday and where I used Copilot to predict the worth of Holcim and Amrize after the split, and I came to 62 Swiss francs and 32 Swiss francs for Amrize, so 62 for Holcim and 32 for Amrize. I thought Copilot was bang on, because for me Holcim is more or less what is left is 2/3 of what Holcim used to be, and Amrize is 1/3 of what Holcim used to be. So I thought Copilot was correct. But I also pointed out to an article that was published in cash.ch, and I went back to that article, but unfortunately you couldn't read everything. It was blank and it wouldn't load anymore. But in that article it was said that it was going to be at a valuation of 10, so not 8, with which I calculated with Copilot, and then it was going to be more or less 50-50. And the author also said that they thought that Amrize was thought to be worth more than the rest of Holcim. So 50-50, that doesn't mean that Amrize is worth more, and they still thought that Amrize was worth more. And in my estimation, it was 1/3. So it's yeah, 1/3 compared to 2/3 for Holcim. And you can check out the article in the link that I put in the description of the video that I published on Friday. So go check that one out and then click the link. And apparently, according to the 6th stock exchange, cash.ca was right, because they put the price at 46.08, so just below 50-50. So they thought that Amrize was worth a little bit less than the rest of Holcim. Or was it? Because I believe that I'm more correct and Copilot was more correct. So at the opening, Amrize, with a reference value of 46.08, it opened at 46 Swiss francs. And Holcim is then worth 93.68, what was the end price of Friday trading, and then minus 46 or 46.08. It's to see what you calculate with, but I will calculate with 46 because apparently I received my shares of Amrize in my Yuh-portfolio at 46 Swiss francs. And this means that Holcim opened this morning actually at 47.68 Swiss francs, or began the trading at 47.68 Swiss francs. So a huge difference with the prediction of Copilot that I thought was more reasonable than these numbers. And the PE values, we still don't know them completely correctly. So, but for me, it was obvious that Holcim was really undervalued, and Amrize I didn't know. But what happened at the end of the trading day? Amrize ended at 39.31, so well on its way to the 32 that Copilot predicted. So minus 14.54%. and Holcim 45.26 Swiss francs, or plus 13.80%. And if you calculate with 46.08, then it's up 13.99%. So if you calculate those two values together, then you get a value of 93.57, and that means that the old Holcim lost actually this trading day 0.11 Swiss francs, and that's not a lot because the stock market today, it went down more than just a few percentage points. So in fact, it's not a bad trading day at all if you hold or held Holcim before, and you are looking at Amrize minus 14.54%, and think, damn, I lost money. No, you didn't lose that much money at all at the end of the day. So it's not all that bad, but I still believe that the reference value is hugely overestimated, and this can have a negative effect in America now, where it is still trading until 22 hours. So it's still an hour and 20 minutes to go here while I'm recording. And when the Americans think, hey, they want to sell Amrize to us very costly, they can also not be that trigger happy to buy Amrize, although Amrize is a very good company, and 39 is already much closer to the value of 32 that Copilot calculated. So when it drops a little bit more, I think Americans and also Europeans will buy start to buy Amrize instead of now selling like crazy. And of course, you also have the fact that a lot of people here in Switzerland, they didn't read the prospectus and they don't know that there isn't actually a tax disadvantage with holding Amrize here in Switzerland. So a lot of Swiss people think that they have to also pay taxes, American taxes on the dividend of Amrize, and that's not the case. So the reference value for Amrize was definitely on the high end, and you can see that. But today Vontobel came out with their estimations for Amrize and Holcim, and they estimate that Amrize should be trading at around 50 Swiss francs. So for them it is definitely buy, and Holcim should be around 61 Swiss francs. So here you can see 61 Swiss francs, that's actually almost the 62 Swiss francs that Copilot predicted. So that's not a bad prediction then from Copilot at all. And there Vontobel also say it's a buy to buy Holcim. So for them, the total value of the old Holcim is 111 Swiss francs. So versus the 93.68 Swiss francs on which it ended on Friday evening, it's a very positively valuation of the old Holcim, in my opinion, because my sell value for Holcim was more or less 120.5 Swiss francs. It used to be 115, but they had a gain of over the 2 years that I'm following it. It had a gain of more than 8 or 9 Swiss francs of earnings. So with the dividend deducted, I think it should be around 120, 120.5 Swiss francs to sell it for me. And yeah, it was far from that price, and even when it reaches that price, I always recalculate everything. And now I definitely need to recalculate my limits for Holcim and for Amrize. But it's going to be difficult to decide which stock I'm going to buy on Wednesday, because when Holcim stays trading around 54, 55 Swiss francs, and I believe that it is worth 62. This means that I have still a positive upside of 14%. So in my eyes, that's pretty good. And yeah, now I'm starting to doubt which stock I'm going to buy. I was set on one stock, but maybe it's going to be Holcim on Wednesday. But it still needs to be seen what Holcim is going to do tomorrow, and as well Wednesday morning, because yeah, Amrize is moving during the day now more until 10 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, it's a difficult thing now. And in the Yuh-portfolio, when I checked it during the day, Amrize was not visible. So I was missing the worth of Amrize the whole day. So it was like gone. And the profit that I saw on my Yuh-portfolio was way less than on Friday. But I knew it wasn't gone. So I wasn't worried at all. I knew it would eventually appear. And lo and behold, at the end of the day, I got the message here. There was a spin-off and you received 2 stocks of Amrize because there was a 1-to-1 split of Holcim into Holcim and Amrize. And if you look at it, here the price per unit was 46 Swiss francs, so not 46.08. And that's why I calculated with 46.0. But if you look at the Share Explorer in the SIX stock exchange, there is 13.99%. And for Amrize, they here calculate with 0%, but I don't believe it's true, because here when you look at it, it opened here at 46 and now it's way down here, 39.31. So not a great start for Amrize at all. Vontobel says it's worth 51, so around here. So huge upside potential according to Vontobel, but I still need to do my calculations for Amrize, so I don't know that yet. When the PE value, I think around 32, 33, it's definitely buyable, but at 39.31, I don't know yet. So definitely no investment advice, as always, on my YouTube channel. And Holcim, yeah, that one shot up and it's 13.99% in the plus, so 6.66, the number of the beast. And it's 54.26 Swiss francs right now. So huge jump for Holcim. And yeah, in my Yuh-portfolio, I'm big up in the green now for Holcim, because when I bought it, I need to deduct 46 Swiss francs from it. And for Amrize, yeah, there I'm usually now in the red, so 14.54% in the red. And for Getquin, let's go and look at the Getquin portfolio, the Yuh-portfolio at Getquin. Here you see it's still 2,350 Swiss francs. So there, it isn't resolved just yet. And to resolve that, I'm going to go back to my presentation. So you have to manually adjust. And I know it is annoying, but it's just a thing with Getquin. You have to do it manually, but it is very easy. So you have to adjust your buy value from when you bought it with 46 Swiss francs per share. So you have to deduct 46 Swiss francs per share, and then you have to add a buy for Amrize at 46 Swiss francs per share at no cost. And after that, everything should come back to normal. But you will see, I will do it now for my Getquin portfolio on my Yuh-portfolio on Getquin. But you will see that the data provider is behind. So patience is key. Avolta is still the free. on Getquin, and you will see what Amrize is now on Getquin. So first you have to search for the transaction where you bought Holcim. So here I bought Holcim at 78.60. So I have to say here, alter the purchase price with 46 Swiss francs deducted. So 78 minus 46 is 32. Don't forget to delete the 7. And then just press save. So that is now adjusted. But here you will see Holcim. Yeah, I have to say show more. Holcim here. Ah, no, here it is correct. That's great. On the app, I did it on the app earlier, and there it wasn't correct. So hopefully, when I add a transaction, so portfolio Yuh-portfolio buy, add security, AMRZ, Holcim and Amrize stock. So it's still called Holcim, which is quite annoying, but okay. Quantity 2, transaction date today, purchase price 46, and advanced transactions input, transaction time 7. It was at 6 it said, but I will change it to 9, because then is the opening time of the stock market. So 9 it is, and no trading costs, no taxes. So add transaction, and is it there? Here it says 0% up. So there we are still waiting for the update of Amrize for Getquin. But it didn't take long, so you shouldn't really complain about that. It's a bit annoying, I know, but it's now patience is key, because yeah, the data provider is a bit behind with Amrize. It was behind on Holcim a few minutes ago, I think, yeah, around 30 minutes ago. So that's already good news. But don't forget, once they start showing predictions for the dividends for 2026, because when you go and look at Getquin, so you have your positions, then you have your dividends, and you have here 2025. In a few months, they will also show here 2026, and then you have your predictions for 2026. There they will go from the value that you received last year from Holcim, but as they detached Amrize, the dividend will drop as well, of course. So don't be surprised that the predicted dividend that they show for Holcim is actually an overestimation based on the value of 2025. And for Amrize, they will also pay out a dividend. That's for sure. They already announced it, that they will do it. They haven't announced yet how much, but you will know that you will receive a dividend from Amrize. And in Getquin, you will see in the beginning of at the end of 2025 and beginning of 2026, until you receive a dividend from Amrize, you won't see it appear in Getquin. So just keep that in the back of your head. And with that being said, thank you for watching to this video. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Hit that like button as well. That helps out my channel enormously. And with that being said, thank you for watching to this one, and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye.